Did you catch the latest Hollywood drama? Blake Lively's accusations against Justin Baldoni have sent shockwaves through the industry, and now the situation just got even messier. Baldoni, along with a group of plaintiffs, has slapped the New York Times with a $250 million lawsuit over their article detailing Lively's allegations.
We're in a clickbait world, and everybody is trying to, figure out how to gather attention, look at the news cycle. It's everywhere around us.
The lawsuit, filed in Los Angeles Superior Court, accuses the NYT of abandoning journalistic ethics, allegedly using manipulated texts, and conveniently leaving out evidence that could discredit their narrative. Baldoni's lawyer didn't hold back, claiming the Times caved to Hollywood power players. Naturally, the NYT fired back, standing by their story and insisting it was meticulously reported, with thousands of documents, emails, and text messages to back it up. And just recently, Baldoni's voicemail was made public. In it, he vents to his team about what happened on premiere night, a troubling incident involving him, his friends, and some questionable demands from Blake Lively.
It could have been one of the most beautiful nights of my life, career-wise. I literally was sent to the basement with all my friends and family for over an hour because I wasn't allowed to be seen. She didn't want me anywhere near her or the rest of the cast.
Can you believe that? He was the director. But let's rewind a bit. According to the article, Lively faced sexual harassment and retaliation during the filming of It Ends With Us. She accused Baldoni and producer Steve Heath of creating a toxic environment, with Heath even allegedly showing her inappropriate videos. The Times painted a grim picture, leading to Baldoni being dropped by his agency, WME, mere hours after the piece went live.
You were teaching Justin how to pull you in.
Where have you seen
this?
Baldoni's lawsuit flips the script, claiming Lively manipulated the situation and weaponized harassment claims to control the production. It even alleges her husband, Ryan Reynolds, got involved in the drama, confronting Baldoni in a heated meeting at their Tribeca penthouse. And get this, Reynolds allegedly accused Baldoni of fat-shaming Lively. Talk about intense.
This movie really took over our life for the past year and a half.
But here's where things get even murkier. Baldoni's team argues the Times article cherry-picked text exchanges to fit their narrative. According to the lawsuit, a text exchange between two PR professionals, Nathan and Abel, was featured in the article to imply Baldoni's camp planted a critical Daily Mail story about Lively. The Times quoted Abel writing to Nathan, "You really outdid yourself with this piece," to which Nathan replied, "That's why you hired me, right? I'm the best." But Baldoni's team says the context changes everything. The omitted messages reportedly include Nathan stating, "Damn, this is unfair because it's also not me," implying she wasn't involved in the story's publication. And Abel? He apparently followed up with an upside-down smiley face emoji, a known sarcasm indicator, right after her comment. The lawsuit claims these missing details cast serious doubt on the Times' portrayal of the exchange as a victory lap for planting the article.
What? To shock you.
I mean, what?
And then there's the video Heath allegedly showed Lively. According to the lawsuit, it was a personal recording of his wife's home birth, meant to inspire a birthing scene for the film. Baldoni's team calls the claim it was pornographic, not only absurd, but deeply offensive. Even the wardrobe drama gets addressed. Lively's complaint mentioned Baldoni calling her character's outfits sexy. But texts included in the lawsuit show her using the same term to describe her character's look. Baldoni's team argues he was merely following her creative lead.
For me, wardrobe is the way that I enter a character. If I feel like I'm dressed different than me, or that I'm expressing myself through wardrobe, because it's the way I express myself.
Then there's the intimacy coordination issue. Lively had claimed Baldoni pushed for unnecessary sex scenes, but text messages tell a different story. According to the lawsuit, Lively seemed calm about the process, even texting, "I feel good. I can meet her when we start. Thank you, though." when offered a meeting with the intimacy coordinator.
Early on in the process, right when we started pre-production, we started searching for our intimacy coordinator, and we ended up having 2 intimacy coordinators.
But wait, there's more. A list of 30 agreements from a January 2024 meeting where everyone supposedly hashed out the film's issues is also being disputed. Baldoni's team claims they never saw this list until it appeared in Lively's legal complaints and calls it a complete fabrication.
I don't want to give away any spoilers. The very first time we met, we had a 3-hour meeting. And by the end of that meeting, I just knew she was Lily.
And let's not forget Reynolds' alleged outburst during that meeting. Baldoni's lawsuit claims witnesses were stunned by his behavior, with one producer saying it was the worst he'd seen in 40 years. This isn't just a battle between Hollywood heavyweights. It's turned into a full-blown media frenzy, with accusations flying in all directions. Now, to understand the full scope of this drama, let's rewind and take a look at how the witch hunt against Blake has spiraled online.
They're all still not interacting with Justin. Mind you, he's the producer, director, and a main character. Everyone was pictured separately. Blake, we've got Ryan and her other co-star, Brandon. We've got Ryan and Blake. We even have Hugh Jackman. If you look at Justin's Instagram story, it's only pictures of himself on the red carpet.
Fans have pointed out that Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni have barely appeared together during the press tour, fueling speculation of a rift. Can you imagine? Lively, who also served as a producer, reportedly commissioned her own cut of the film from editor Shane Reed. Yes, the same editor who worked on her husband Ryan Reynolds' blockbuster, Deadpool and Wolverine. Then there's the behind-the-scenes drama. Apparently, there were 2 camps on set, Team Blake and Team Justin. A source spilled to Us Weekly that the creative clash set a negative tone, and Justin felt sidelined as Blake made decisions about the script and wardrobe without consulting him. Yikes.
Lily's wardrobe was really, really important to me, that it was both utility and then fabulous glam. It was masculine and feminine. It was old and new.
Things got even messier with claims that Blake felt fat-shamed by Justin. TMZ reported that before a scene where Justin had to lift her, he asked his trainer about her weight and how to avoid injury. Given Justin's history of back problems, his concern was totally reasonable. Still, Blake, who had just given birth, felt offended.
And honestly, I was nervous. This is a very complex, difficult role to play.
Blake's also facing backlash for turning a serious film about domestic violence into a chance to promote her brands. Just look at the post-premiere party, where she promoted her drinks, Betty Buzz and Betty Booze. Because clearly, nothing says domestic violence awareness like cocktails named after characters, right? Fans are also pointing out that Blake's been a bit tone-deaf about the movie's serious themes.
Understands the themes of this movie, comes across you in public, and they want to really talk to you. What's the best way for them to be able to talk to you about this? How would you recommend they go about it?
Like asking for my address or my phone number or my location share. Or I could just location share you and then we could...
Meanwhile, Justin added fuel to the fire by suggesting Blake might be ready to direct the sequel. Subtle, right?
Because we do have It Starts With Us, so I'm hoping to see you back in the double duty role.
I think there are better people for that one.
Justin.
I think Blake Lively's ready to direct. That's what I think.
And here's a twist. Blake revealed that her husband, Ryan Reynolds, rewrote a scene in the film.
He works on everything I do. I work on everything he does. So his wins, his celebrations are mine and mine are his. I mean, he's all over this film.
And Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman is not all over this film, but he's all over this premiere, and I'm grateful for it.
Screenwriter Christy Hall was clueless and thought the changes were just improv. A source said Ryan jumped in to help the film from disaster, which apparently didn't sit well with Justin. Obviously. To top it all off, old interviews of Blake are resurfacing. There's one from 2016, where she made a cringe-worthy comment to journalist Kirsty Flaw, congratulating her on a little bump when Kirsty wasn't pregnant.
First of all, congrats on your little bump.
Congrats on your little bump.
What about my bump?
You've got 2 nice ones.
Kirsty later said the comment felt like a bullet because she couldn't have kids. Talk about a blast from the past.
No one came out and apologized, and they probably told her, don't come out, don't react, don't do anything, we'll take care of this for you. We'll just say that it's the journalist's fault.
And just when you thought the drama couldn't get any juicier, the internet investigators have activated and they've dug up a rather suspicious connection. Turns out Ryan Reynolds and Scarlett Johansson's marriage ended right around the time Ryan and Blake Lively met on the set of Green Lantern.
How long have you and Ryan, the adorable Ryan Reynolds, been married?
We have been married, how long have we been married? A year and a half.
Year and a half.
Oh, and Blake? She was still dating her Gossip Girl co-star, Penn Badgley, at the time.
For the record, I like you. Only you.
Well, that's good, because I feel the same about you.
Now, the official story is that nothing happened back then. Ryan and Scarlett ended their marriage, and Blake and Penn went their separate ways.
I have no interest in being anywhere around here anymore.
But come on, is it just a coincidence that Ryan and Blake got together just months after their respective breakups? Or is there something more going on here? I am not saying it's a conspiracy, but the timing sure is interesting, to say the least.
You know, we were such good friends for so long, and we got to know, when we both got to know each other, we got to know each other as friends. So when we were both single, we were still trying to find each other's